Hello, this is Hiroshi Hayashi, Hamama City, Japan, September the 24th, 2013. This is English version for English-speaking people, but first of all, I have to apologize for my poor English. Let me explain. In函館City in Hokkaido, I found another clay statue which is very similar to the one we found in Hachinohe, Aomori, Japan. This is the one we saw at Hachinohe. My wife and I have been there to see it, and they say this is just a clay figure for something sort of a religious purpose, but I don't believe it. This is Hachinohe, and up there to函館. The distance is between them 154 kilometers, but for the Japanese, 154 kilometers is a very long way to go. Anyway, this is函館Ancient Culture Center in函館, Hokkaido. And at this museum, there is a very strange clay statue, which we call Dogu. Excuse me, and this is the one, and I saw this clay figure is very similar to the one in Hachinohe, and about which I'm going to tell you very precisely. This is the clay figure in Hachinohe, in函館. And when my wife showed this picture, I was very surprised because this is very similar to the one in Hachinohe. This is a story about it, and no one can use my ideas in any case without my permission and my name. And I say this is another alien in spacesuit. I will prove it to be so in the following videos. And first, I'm now showing you the clay figure at函館. Sorry, my voice is very funny today, this morning. And函館clay figure, and the right one is the one in Hachinohe. And I have examined this Hachinohe statue very precisely. And now let's compare them to each other. And this is the line, and this is the line. Yeah, very similar nose here. And can you see the? Yes. Here is the line. Yes, this is the line, sort of a lifeline for food or something like that. It's goes into the helmet, and this is a sort of a mask. And then neck here is a sort of a removable zippers or something like that. And so here is like we can see the power assisted device, and also here for aliens it is very hard to walk and run on the ground on the earth because the gravity is very strong, and very slender body. Both of them got a very slender bodies, and we can know it from we see from the behind, and very wide shoulder in compare with the slender body. This is a Shumel man, like a Shumel. This is a statue found in Shumel, Mesopotamia, and very similar to each other. And have a look at these lines. Basically, lines are the same. Both are the same. And they got round shoes, but we didn't have shoes in those days. Even 2,000 years ago, we didn't have it. But remember this: these statues were made 3,500 years ago, 3,500 years ago, right? And they made those people in those days. They made what they saw, as they saw, because they saw them. This is a sort of very strong impact to make these figures, and they decided to leave these statues in the future for us of now, humans, because they wanted to do so, because they saw it and saw them. And I can show a very interesting fact, also found in函館. This is a very strange sort of a clay sort of decorations, but no one knows what this is. They say this is only for a religious purpose. They use this for religious purpose. But do you think what this is? Just I guess, right? So I make it upside down. Now you see this is a kind of aircraft, or looks like an aircraft. Sort of fires on the down part, and this is isn't this a spacecraft? Or we call this now. When we say this now, we say this is an UFO. UFO came to this place, to these places, and those people living in Japan try to make it and to record them in their memories, making these clay object and clay statues. And this is number 458 about a clay statue at Hachinohe, Aomori, Japan. Everyone knows from one look, these are sort of aliens in spacecraft, space suit, biotechnological suit, and this is it. What do you think else? Do you think? In those days, we didn't have such clothes. Even we had only clothes and strings and very simple clothes, but not like this. Now this is designated as a national treasure of Japan, and that means officially this is a sort of a real one, you know, because this is not a fake, this is not a hoax. This figure was found in Hachinohe, and you may think this is an alien in spacesuit, isn't it? Oh, no one can deny it. What do you think about this? And what else do you think this is? Just imagine, judge by yourself in your own way and see this. This is another statue found around here, but I don't know where it is, exactly where it is, but very similar to the one. But this is a woman, he's got, I think, a bird on his left arm. And this is a very similar parts of the part. These are sort of a very similar part of the body. Right, and also this is a metallic sort of part of the suit, biotechnological suit, and also this is a sort of a movable sort of and run shoes too. So I say these two men and women, I think, are wearing a biotechnological sort of a spacesuit. And I have a look at these 2 points because Japanese archaeologists says that these are women because they got tits here. Stupid. And it says this is statues for sort of a easy delivery for women. And the girl is just playing wholeheartedly to the heaven to have a easy delivery. That is a very, very stupid explanation by a Japanese archaeologist. I say Japanese archaeologist says that this is a girl or young woman who play for easy delegation to the heaven. In Japan, very frankly, we say we have a freedom of speech and freedom of thinking, but we don't. Especially as is archaeology, people never say anything against emperor's households. This is a taboo in Japan, but I'm a free man, so I can say anything. So, anyway, this is number 375. Also, this is a story about sort of spaceman in Hachinohe. My wife and I have been there to see this clay figure in Hachinohe, but nobody said that this is a spaceman in spacesuit. We are the first, and we are the only one, I think, as far as I know now at this moment. Who says or who insists that this is a sort of alien and spacesuit. This is a story about it, and it is. And maybe at the end, by the end of this video, you will agree to me, and you will know the fact. In Japan, an alien in spacesuit, a biotechnological spacesuit. If you're skeptical, then what do you think what this is? Have a look at this first. This design and the suit first. Okay. This is one. This is a replica sort of a model of the clay figure in found in Hachinohe, and I found these two statues at Hachinohe Station, Aomori, Japan. When you come to Japan, go to Aomori, Hachinohe Station, Hachinohe City, and you can see this because these are found in Hachinohe, excavated as Hachinohe, Aomori, Japan. This is a replica, and it was very unfortunately it was Monday, so the museum was closed, so we couldn't go to the museum directly. But like we could buy 2 pieces of postcard at the station. I'll show them later soon. And this is a replica. And one look is enough to see this is a sort of a alien in space. This is the actual figure, sort of from the postcards we bought at the station. You see? Do you believe that this was made 3,500 years ago? Japan has got only history of 1700 or 1800s. Okay? Long time before that. And as I told you before, Japanese didn't have such clothes in those days. Never. I promise. And even they have gloves and shoes and sort of things they have. It's impossible. This is a very simple question, you know. And these are sort of drawn by sort of archaeologists very precisely. But have a look at this here. This is an antenna and gogu, and sort of a mask, or sort of a sort of sunglass, and sort of an air pipe, and sort of a power assisted device. Because the alien could not walk down on the ground on the earth. Here's a button you can see. Who invented the buttons? And there is a sort of things, you know. And this part is very interesting. Have a look at this. And also sort of a removable neck, and also something is a belt, you know, something like a belt, and sort of pipes, and sort of things, and helmet. And this is the actual figure of the clay figure found in Hachinohe, and all the clay figures in around here has got a sort of antennas on the top of the head, and this is a real figure. And have a look at this neck, and power suited I think this is a power assisted suit, because they need it, because the gravity of the earth is so strong and powerful. And these are buttons or something like that to zip their clothes. And this is a collar, and the gloves. They got no gloves too, right? Who invented the gloves? And and also here on the knee, they got a different type of metal and round shoes. We didn't have shoes, of course. And this is a sort of something, you know, just like the similar one has got sort of spaceman, and NASA spaceman has got this one space. And they say these 2 tits are sort of proof that they are young women. So how can you say stupid, poor imaginations we have, Japanese archaeologists have. And what do you think? What do you think this figure is? Right? And the official report about this clay figure, written by the sort of Japanese archaeologist, says this was made 3,000 and 3,500 years ago. Okay? And real figure, and just compare it with sort of a NASA space suit. Have a look at it here. Shoulder, very similar. And arm, right? Different sort of metal or sort of materials they use, and shoulders, and here, and here. So seeing is believing, and the Japanese made what they saw exactly. Okay. But the Japanese archaeologist explains that this is a young girl just who is playing for easy delivery of her baby to the heaven. Compare it with this face, right? He's got a mask here, and also air duct here, right? Very similar. And also he's got a clay figure has got a sort of a line from the mouth or nose to eat or something, to drink or something, sort of a air pipe. I say air pipe or something like that, and vent. bent house. And also here is a okay, I show you. And two nozzles here. NASA spaceman has got two nozzles on their chest. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say this is, of course, this is an alien. What else? What else can you explain about these clay statues? Here is another evidence. I'll show you the concrete and conclusive evidence. How about these hands of this clay figure? Okay, very carefully, watch very carefully. He's got 6 fingers. Okay, count. Okay, have a look at this hand. This figure has got 6 fingers in his hand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, ladies and gentlemen overseas, this figure has got 6 fingers. Can you believe this? Okay, from another different angle of the photograph, I will show you he's got 6 fingers. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Even the children of age 5 or 6 never draw pictures with a man with 6 fingers. This is true. Oh, they know. They will notice it. The mistake on the way they were making this clays. And also, this is a leaked photograph from Area 51 in Roswell, and he's got 6 fingers in his feet and probably 6 fingers in his hand. These are sort of leaked photographs. This is, I don't know whether this is a real one or not, but this is also leaked from Area 51 after a Roswell crash, UFO crash accident. This is a model, but very precisely made according to the stories. They talked at Roswell. And you also have a look at his fingers. He's got 6 fingers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 fingers. That means aliens got 6 fingers. So this is one of the proofs that the clay figure in Hachinohe is an alien. One of the proof. Or you may say this is a physical proof that clay figures. But this official report said they got 6. He's got 6 fingers, but this is a mistake they made while they made these clay figures. Mistake. I mean, they made a mistake to make 6 fingers while they are creating this clay figure. This is very, very insulting to the man who created this figure long time ago, 3,500 years ago. And so modern design and precisely carved, even in the rear side of the body. Then why 6 fingers for a mistake? It's impossible, right? Let your children, if you have got 6 children, draw them. And this is another figure very similar to the one, and also I don't know where it was excavated, but it was found near the one in Hachinohe. He seems, or she seems, also to have 6 fingers. 1, 2, 3. Can you see 6 fingers in her hand? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 fingers. And also, it's very interesting. She's got a bird on her left arm. I think it's a bird. And this is the Kazahari ruins, where the statue, sort of spaceman or alien in spacecraft, spacesuit was found. Hachinohe, Aomori, Japan. Okay, this is the end of the, not end of the story. I will give you another 2 stories after this video. Okay, ladies and gentlemen overseas again, this is another video I made for the mystery of the clay figure. And this Japanese says that this clay figure was designated as a national treasure of Japan, which means this is a real one, not a fake, not a hoax. This is a real sort of excavated from the ground. And it says it used to be all red when was they made. And this is number 377. And in this video, I'd like to talk about more fact and more details of these aliens, and about which you will be surprised. Anyway, Dogu are clay figures excavated in Japan, which were made 3,335 years old. Very old clay figures. Many people know about these clay figures, but they got a sort of a sunshade, because the alien didn't like a strong sunlight and sunlight on the ground, so they need a sunshade because they live in a very dark place in the space, right? Sorry for my English, because I can't choose the proper English words for English sort of explanation. Sorry. I learned it nearly 40 years ago when I was very young. Whatever you may think, this is apparently clear that these are aliens in spacesuit. What else do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, what else do you think? And aliens who came to Japan, onto the Earth, didn't like the sunlight because it's too bright on the Earth. So they need a sort of a helmet with a sun-sheltered cover. Too bright. And also they got a very slender body and but a wider shoulder, because secondly, the air itself is a very air pressure is very another problem for aliens, because air pressure is different depending on the planet or the place where they live. And so, of course, the radio radius from the sun is a problem too. So aliens living under the ground in the daytime. I'm burned. So they need sort of a spacesuit on the Earth, even under the air. And disease-causing germs are a problem. But the biggest problem about the gravitation is the biggest problem for aliens, because they couldn't walk on the ground as we do now, because gravitation is too strong for aliens who lives in the space or in the space where they have no gravitation. So they need a sort of a power-assisted biotechnological suit. This is it. This is what I think, right? It's up to you whether you agree with me or not, but this is what I think, right? Many Japanese archaeologists call me idiot. This is true. I'm not idiot. They are idiot. Okay. This is a sort of a space suit, and I have shown you before, but watch them very carefully. And this is a sort of a power assisted suit, now in actual use, in the middle use for the sort of nursery homes or sort of anywhere. Now they are now in use, and now we can get them. Always say just power suit in Japanese, in actual use. You can hold very heavy things very easily, and even the handicapped people can walk with a power suit in actual use, right? So with an actual sort of these power assisted suit, you can walk. Even the spaceman or sort of alien could walk on the ground with this sort of a device. So Dogu, this figure has got a very extraordinarily big feet and big arms. This is the Dogu, maybe probably you know, because this has been shown or introduced to the world, and he's got a very strange hand. And this is one I show you, which they found or we found in Hachinohe, and they say this is a young girl, right? Do you think this is a young girl? If you say no, then what else is this? The Japanese archaeologists never admit this fact, or very stubborn, that they never say yes. So I just wonder where this conservatism comes from. Very conservative. this is a mystery for me. Yes. So when you meet Japanese archaeologists, please ask them why you are so stubborn and conservative. These are antennas. Basically, it's sort of a designs of each other. Basically, the same, right? Looks different, but basic designs are the same. Because they wanted to leave their message to the future now, when we live now. Now I am the man, one of them who knows the truth. This is power again. So yeah, this is the reason why they say this is a lady or young girl. Do you believe it or not? It's up to you. Antenna. So sunshade or sun-sheltered glasses and removable neck, and also here's the buttons, and this is a sort of a life pipeline, and this is also removable legs, and very bold, big feet. So we should say that our ancestors wanted to convey something very important with these clay figures to us over thousands of years. Now we are knowing. We are to know it. And this is why these basically is the same to each other. Basic patterns of the design is the same. And this is number 436, and this is the last one, because I want you to know that some aliens got 6 fingers. These are sort of a leaked, also sort of picture leaked from the Area 55, and yeah, this is clear figure excavated in Hachinohe, Aomori, Japan. Because I repeated this fact again in each sort of videos, because each video you see for the first time. Now, I say this clay figure has got 6 fingers, and I'll show you in the last videos in Roswell. This is yeah, this I think this is sort of leaked photographs. Yeah, this one is really leaked from the Area 51. Someone leaked it. Very, very courageous people. People with college. Thank you. And also, I got another fort leaked from China. Someone sent it to China, and someone in China leaked it to the world. And I think probably he's got 6 fingers in his hand. And I have a look at this plate, these 2 plates. These are sort of got from the site of the UFO crash site accident in Roswell, and these are sort of keyboards they use, but they got 6 fingers. And have a look at this 6 fingers, and this alien has got 6 fingers. That indicates this is an alien. Well, this has been a long video. Thank you very much for watching, and please understand that and let them know, and to the world, Japanese in Japan, archaeologists never admit what I say. So please help me to tell your friends that in Japan we have this sort of aliens in spacesuit. Thank you very much, and see you. Bye.